As you can see, I'm in a new space. It isn't much yet, but it's mine. And to consummate this move, we're going to have a regular ass day. Aaliyah Ellis.
Waiting, patient, only thing that I've never been good at. No, chasing ways to have you to myself just like I should, yeah. Controlling all of my thoughts, I want you on my body. Turning me on, baby, you know you got me. Got me tripping over all of these lines, I can't fight you. I'm spinning down, head over my heart, turning inside out. Love me in the dark, looking at you now. I can't get enough when you touch me like that. Stick around, swear we were together, heaven's on the ground. I'll do this forever, looking at you now. I can't get enough, I don't know how you did it. Boy, you got me spinning round your bedroom. Touch me like the sun touches the morning.
If you saw my last video, then you know I'm taking a year off from publishing new work to focus on the joy of writing and financial stability. So I don't have any deadlines, but I still have books to write and plan for. It was my goal to write 4 books this year. I don't know if I will make it to 4, but I know for damn sure I can make it to 2. The first book that I want to work on is the prequel to my already established series, Royal Jelly. I had this book on my heart to do because it focuses on everyone's favorite evil queen, Queen Nasira, and how she became so Queen Nasira-y. I already have a title for it, which is so good, but I'm not going to share it with you guys yet. And I already have a cover in mind. I have some cover art, which is also so good, which I'm also not going to show you yet, you little silly Billy, you little greedy little. I will show you guys once things become much more finalized and solidified. So this book, I'm planning to launch it in 2026, in May of 2026. The whole thing about a prequel is because it's an already established storyline, or in addition to an already established storyline, everything has to be cohesive. Everything has to, because so much has already happened, because characters, places, and events have already been established, shit just gotta make sense. So doing this is difficult and challenging, but I love it. I love the challenge and I love the difficulty because, you know, I'm a writer. I'm already a writer who loves to stack details. I love to stack details. I love when I get to a point in a story that I can dive deeper into it and the foundation has already been laid. So writing a prequel to my world that has already been established and for characters who have already been established is very exciting for me. So let's get some writing done. I don't have a desk yet. I sold my old desk and I want a new one. I want like an antique secretary's desk, one with like little compartments and maybe like even a double shelf and stuff. Me and my mom went to the antique shop the other day and I saw 2 secretary's desks. I saw one that was white that I actually really like because it had like the table and then the shelf on top of that. And then I saw another desk which looked more like a makeup desk. I didn't really like it as much. I didn't get it yet because I'm the type of person to where I like to sit with a decision before I actually commit to it. So I saw it already, I saw the size of it, I like it, and I want to kind of sit in my space and visualize it in my space and visualize my stuff on it and me working at it before I actually commit to buying it. And while I'm doing that, I'm still going to be on the lookout for any other secretary's desk because since that one didn't just wow me to where I went to buy it on the spot, I'm keeping my mind open to more options. So today I want to write for a couple of hours. I say a couple of hours. I already have an outline done. I already have the what's it called? The foreword? The preface? I'm an author. I should know these terms by now. I already have the beginning of the book done. I already have the first chapter done. I already had an outline for the entire book, so now I'm working on just writing the book. And I like to write in chronological order because that's the way that I envision the story unfolding. So I say I want to write for a few hours, but really I like my writing sessions to be, I like the idea of writing until I push my story forward in a meaningful way, whatever that may look like. So I have an intense sequence of events that I have to write for like chapters 2 and 3, and some backstory to lay more of the foundation for the characters and information for the world. So today I'm just hoping that I can get the foundation for those plot points down, and I would be happy with that. So let's get to writing. My smoothie is a little bit of a chunky today. It's still fire, as usual. I've been looking for somebody in the nighttime. Somebody with a real loving. When it get hard to feel something. Who can I call when I need a lifeline? When depression get hard to deal with. Tell me that you can heal it. Don't need nobody say who call, but they don't. You rising with me, but I'm falling alone. Yeah, that type of stuff. Make you a double cup and do delete them numbers all at your phone. But I've been trying to be someone you can count on. Yeah. But look around and I see who gon' be there for me when I need someone to hold on to. I need someone to hold on to. Hold on to. Okay, so what you haven't seen is I just spent the last 30 minutes on a walk with my mom because she just had a couple of job interviews and she was nervous about it. So we went on a walk and we just talked about it and everything. It was nice. It's like 70 degrees outside today. But now I am back. I actually didn't get as much writing done as I thought I would, and that's okay. So I started out with one giant bullet point of the scene that I wanted to cover next, and that one giant bullet point has turned into like 7 paragraphs. So literally just a page, which I'm not mad at. This is actually my first prequel that I'm writing ever, and I'm enjoying it so far. You know, I don't get hung up on like word count and page count like that because honestly, I am the type of writer who likes to feel my way through a story, and I'm the type of writer who writes in layers to begin with. So when I'm like laying the foundation, or when I'm writing the first draft of a story, it really is the first draft. So I start off with a bullet point of the things that I want it to happen. It's like one big paragraph, one bullet point, big paragraph of all the things that I want to happen inside of the story. And then from there, when I'm actually writing it, that expands into like 7 paragraphs, which is what I have now. And as I keep going and I finish my first draft, when I go back to doing the second draft, that's when I expand it more and more, and I'm adding more details. I'm looping plots back to each other. I'm seeing where the plot holes are, and I keep layering it throughout my drafts until I have a full, complete story. So this is a great start, especially considering that I haven't written, I want to say in a month. I haven't actually sat down and written in a month, so I'd say this was a productive first day back. And with a prequel, being able to, it's hard, but also being able to connect the characters, because this is based off of characters that you've already been introduced to in the first 3 books. So to be able to connect the characters back to the story, to be able to connect all the plots and see the backstory of, oh, this is why this character is this way, and oh, in the first 3 books they were acting this way, and now to see like why they act that way or why they have become that type of person. To me, it's just so satisfying to really just deepen the meaning and the backstory of a story. I think I'm gonna take off my scarf and my ponytail because I actually didn't drink enough water today, and going on that walk in the sun shining and it being 70 degrees, I kind of have a headache, and it might just be like a little bit of a tension headache along with some dehydration. So I'm going to take a break from writing and work on something new. So this is going to be my first time soft announcing this, but in 2026 I plan on creating book boxes. If you didn't know, I shut down my author website to change the way that I sold books. So selling books here and there or having orders here and there from my author website, it really didn't align with how I lived my life, or even it didn't really align with like how my brain works. So I do easily get overwhelmed by certain things. I hate having unfinished tasks going on. So I don't like it when there's like unfinished tasks happening, or unfinished tasks coming in, or random tasks coming in at random times. And that's kind of how receiving orders and packing them kind of felt, because there wasn't really a schedule. It's just that people could order a book or books whenever they wanted, and that got a little bit overwhelming for me. So I wanted to switch to this new model of having book boxes and doing book drops. So instead of having to have my store open all year round, I can just have specific times throughout the year where my store is open, and I can sell and ship my books all at once. I've seen other artists do this model, like Uncomfy, the clay artist here on YouTube. I've seen her do this model, and other artists in different mediums do like a drop model, and it works really well for them, and I feel like this model will work very well for me too. I just have to figure out how to make it work for me as a writer who sells books. Yes, it is 2 days later. Problem. So I'm creating my first one. It is spring themed, and it's for my entire series, the Royal Jelly series. So I'm thinking of having bookish items within the box, like custom bookmarks, prints, stickers, and some premium items like teas. And I want to know what you guys think of that. What kind of items would you like to see in a dark fantasy themed book box? Would you prefer more practical items like bookmarks, or more decorative ones like character print? Or do you want to be surprised with something unique and dynamic? I'm also thinking of having like puzzles and riddles, something just unique within the boxes. So let me know your guys' thoughts in the comments below. Another thing that I've been loving about these book boxes is I've kind of been getting back to doing something that I didn't even realize I like doing from my childhood with these sketches, and that is curation and design. And I completely forgot until I remembered, and I saw in the garage in one of our boxes this little strawberries and cream notebook that I used to have when I was young, and I would sketch little inventions inside of it. I would sketch things made out of gummy bears, things made out of rubber bands. I would just be sketching and creating things. I was ahead of my time, and I completely forgot that I was an inventor. So I found that sketchbook, I found an old sketchbook, and then I went to the craft store and I got 2 new sketchbooks, one big one and one small one, because you know I like variety. And I'm excited to have them, and I'm excited to plan these boxes. So let's start planning.
I could be your alpha, I could be your Romeo. Tell them boys back up, I ain't going nowhere. I'ma fight that back up, put it on your story so all your friends see it, everyone can see it. Yeah, and we're going and going and going, it's a good night. Baby, let it roll. like the good times. Smoking and pouring, I'm focused on you, yeah. You can see it, everyone can see it.
And I bet everyone's looking. Yeah. Didn't take long, locked eyes when I walked into you. Feeling of your red cup. And we got the same thing, probably like the same things. Didn't speak a word, but you know what's up. That connection is what you crave. You prayed on something to change. Fucked over 1,000 times, think everyone's the same. But it's not the case right here, right now. The first sight shit is no joke.
So for the drop, I'm planning to have 2 boxes. One beginner's box and one deluxe box. The beginner's box is going to be to get your feet wet within the series. So it's going to contain the first book within the series with 3 to 4 custom bookish items. And the deluxe box will have the entire Royal Jelly series with 3 to 6 book items inside. One of the items I'm super excited about, last year I did this video where I created my own royal jelly at home and I put it in my smoothie, and I don't want to say too much, but I can't help it. So I am figuring out a way for people to create their own royal jelly at home. So I'm excited about that. I have a whole list of items that I want to include within these boxes and that I want to design and create and put together. So I'm still figuring out what would go best for this drop, but it's coming together. And I'm going to end it here. I'm going to go do something else now. Bye.